How's it going, guys? I'm your host Caravan Gaming. Welcome back to yet again another very special Adventure Quest episode. So today's episode, as you guys can tell from the title already, we are going to be doing a challenge, but not just any challenge, because this is actually not a proper release or a challenge of sorts. It is actually just a player created challenge, and this challenge comes to us courtesy of Gwen. Okay, so that's her Discord name. And she's a regular over at the Gox Tavern Discord. If you guys want to hang out with the other of the Discord regulars, you guys can go ahead and join the Gox Tavern Discord. The link is already up on the screen. Okay, so what this challenge is basically she challenged anyone to go ahead and fight through all of her house guards. Essentially, it's like a gauntlet challenge, because when you are fighting house guards, there's a few things that you need to take note of. First of all, and most importantly, it is completely random. So the order in which I am fighting the monsters and the order in which you are fighting the monsters, if you decide to try this out, is going to be completely random. Second thing, there are no heals in between. So if the person has 100 house guards, then you have to fight through all 100 of the house guards without healing. And the only form of healing that you really have is in the form of your potions, in the form of your healing items, pets, gases, and whatnot. So that in itself is already quite a big challenge. And last but not least, she didn't give any restrictions on the challenge, because it is a super duper hard challenge, and trust me when I said this is probably the hardest challenge I faced inside of AQ in a long while. In fact, I think it is the hardest challenge in the game, unless you include the unbeatable monsters. Okay, so you can use any cheese strats that you want. You can use your Book of Burns, you can use your Kindred, though I'm pretty sure that it is doable without. I think some pros are probably going to try doing it without. Some are even going to try doing it with like a zero stat build, and then there are some people who tried not to use potions. So for me, unfortunately, my build right now is a Beastmaster Warrior build, which means this is not going to be such a great build for this challenge, because we all know that the meta currently is leaning towards hybrid or fully offensive warriors or fully offensive mages. So Beastmasters not that meta right now, so I do have to make use of some of the cheese strats right here. And initially I wanted to do the recording together with commentary over the entire thing, but you know, it was just taking me way too long. It was taking way too many attempts, and I was getting grumpy, and you know, I decided to be a bit more laid back and have something else playing in the background while I was doing the challenge. Though in hindsight, that may not be the best thing, because you really need to focus on the challenge. You can see in the challenge here later on that I did make quite a few mistakes, and the entire challenge, even with the cheese strats and whatnot, took me an hour. Yes, that's right, it took me an hour and 30 seconds to be exact. Okay, I sped it up and I put some music over it, because I'm pretty sure nobody wants to watch me fighting monsters for an hour, right? So you guys might be thinking, okay, it's just house guards, what makes it so difficult? And really, the most difficult part of it is the 9 freaking silk screamer spiders, guys. That's right, you heard me right, guys. 9 freaking silk screamer spiders is part of the challenge. On top of that, you have a bunch of shadow monsters, you have a bunch of other random monsters like a Woozard, your Keo, you have Sugar Gobbler, and I can't remember what else is there. But all in all, it was a fun but very difficult, tedious, and annoying challenge to do. Nonetheless, if you are able to do it, you do earn yourself some serious bragging rights. Even more so if you manage to do it with extra additional restrictions placed on yourself, like not using potions, maybe you don't want to use the cheese strats, you know, all that sort of thing. Let me know how your attempt goes down in the description below. I will be putting her character ID in the description below, so that you guys can just go ahead and copy paste it into this little bar right here. So to access the challenge, you obviously do need a house first. So here, visit neighbor, specific neighbor, key in her ID, and then you can go ahead and try out the challenge by yourself. So once again, huge shout out to Gwen over at the Gox Tavern Discord for coming out with this entire challenge. I really had quite a lot of fun with it, even though I do get quite annoyed throughout the challenge because of how insanely difficult it is. Okay, one last thing that I want to note is that there are actually completely no restrictions for the challenge whatsoever. So you can use any item that you feel like using. You can you know, charge up your SP bar, you can charge up your Kindred, you can charge up your Book of Burns, whatever you want to charge up before heading into the battle. And of course, you can go ahead and take a look at a character page first to research on the monsters that you are first up against. I believe the record currently stands at 3. I don't know if this has changed ever since this video came out. There are new people trying out the challenge every day, especially the Discord pros, okay? So the current record stands at 3. So I actually did this intro before. No, I actually did this intro after I completed the entire challenge because I don't know how many tries I would take. Okay, so all in all, I took a grand total of 11 freaking tries in order to complete this challenge. And Gwen did say that was around the average number of tries that people took. So do let me know down in the comments below how many tries you guys took for the challenge, or if you're not crazy enough to take on this challenge, then good for you, you know. But for those who are, enjoy the suffering and let me know down in the comments below. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more of such future content. And now all you have to do is kick back, relax, and enjoy the video.